Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I am your host, Eben.
I'm Jeff.
And Jeff is the master mechanic on the channel. And today we're going to be going over a topic. What's our topic, Jeff?
My car broke down. What do I do now?
Now what the heck do we do?
Wow.
So you have some parts with you?
I did. I brought some parts. We'll get into the story first, and then we'll go from there.
And also stick around. Definitely subscribe. You're going to want to hear a little bit about this 100% synthetic DCT oil and what car we're going to be putting it in. That's right. We're going to be putting it in a very special car soon. So definitely check out the end of the video.
So here's what we have here. You're going to put the link to the video where we show the inside of this motor right here?
Yes, we'll put it up here in the corner. All right.
Perfect. So we took a vehicle in, came in on a tow truck. Customer said died while driving and then wouldn't restart.
All right.
So I go out there and
hold the parts up.
Oh yeah. So let's. Yeah. So I open the hood of the vehicle and I see this pulley sticking out of the timing cover. Like the timing cover is supposed to be straight and this pulley's cocked off to the side, broken through the cover, plastic cover, because it's a belt car. Now, if you can see right there, the metal is purple and blue and red and all these beautiful, beautiful different colors. You can see these beautiful colors right there. Those are from heat, okay? This is never supposed to get this hot. This is unbelievable. So what that managed to do, I'm gonna come up here and show you close, it snapped. That metal got so hot, so brittle, that it just clean sheared off. They're so messed up, they don't even mesh together well, so it's almost like twisting and spinning a piece of metal off. Oh wait, there we go. It's about as close as I can get right there.
That's crazy.
Now the bearing is just gone. Now check this out. This engine had been going down for a while. So these black marks right here on these cam lobes mean these cam lobes were not making good contact. Now the backside cam lobes are nice and shiny. When we talk about the varnish, there's some of the varnish, but this vehicle suffered from more than oil starvation. It actually, its passageways were clogged, draining down.
Wow.
So even if you had the right amount of oil, even if you put the best oil in there, it hit a point of no return, I'm gonna guess years ago, because you saw the charcoal that we were digging out of there. And it's nasty. I mean, it's unbelievable. It was sad. I have never seen that kind of failure before. And again, as we discussed, failures are preventable.
They are, and the best way to prevent it is by putting that 100% synthetic film between all those components. And it's amazing how easy in life we can get so distracted with our kids, with our parents. You know, I get people all the time. You know, I flew back from J.J.burg, Iowa to see my mom before she just completely, passes away. And people, they get emotion. They don't know where to turn, where to hide. And the car has no emotion. And your car needs help. It needs to be maintained. It does. And it's like butter and bread. You gotta put the butter on the bread so it's lube.
So, driving down the freeway,
yeah,
right? Your car starts losing power.
All right.
You notice that the lights pop on. And so, what do?
What the heck do you do?
You coast to the side.
All right, so now you're sitting there.
Preferably the right side of the road because that's safer, but if there is a median or an area to park on the left-hand side, you can if you have to, but you don't really want to.
How you doing? All right.
Fair enough?
All right.
So, we're going to assess the problem together, and we're going to do this quick like the ABCs, okay?
All right, let's do it. The ABCs.
So, are your tires flat? That's
are
the
your
A.
tires flat? A. All right.
B. Battery.
Is your battery dead?
Is your battery dead? Your battery working? Okay. Now, battery life is not an indication of a bad battery. Okay. A battery light is an indication of a fault inside of the charging system. So, if your battery light comes on, you need an alternator. You may have a bad battery. Your battery may have destroyed your alternator, so now you need both. And a lot of times,
so usually it's one or the other, Jeff.
Yeah.
Could be the bad alternator or a bad battery.
Yeah. So that's one reason.
Now, usually, how long will a battery last?
Out here in Vegas, I'd be happy to see 3 years.
So don't be ashamed if you have a 3-4-year-old battery and it died. It's normal.
Yeah, absolutely. And get your battery tested as the seasons change. So think about when you change your clock, test your battery. That's it. Don't they say do that and change your smoke alarm batteries too?
Yep.
We'll just look. Spring forward, fall back, check your dang batteries. If you live in Hawaii or Arizona, it's on March 9th.
Now, how do they check their car battery?
Oh, fantastic. Well, this is something awesome. You can go to Pep Boys, AutoZone, or O'Reilly, and they have a really nice battery analyzer machine. They go out there, they put the machine on your battery, and as long as the kid working there knows his equipment, I was going to say, you already know, I was holding back some really good stuff right there. He knows me way too well. So as long as the kid is on his game that day, he goes, hooks up the battery, and tests it correctly, the report it gives you is very, very accurate. I use what they call a toaster. Toaster is it is the old school way of testing a battery, and as far as I'm concerned, the best way. So it's a carbon pile load tester. So what it is, it's a very large resistor, and it looks like the waffle inside your toaster that gets hot, but it's much thicker diameter. You hook up the 2 clamps, you hit the button, closes the contacts, you wait for 10 seconds, and there's a gauge on there that shows you where the battery's condition is. So you have a green gauge that's good, and you measure it, match it up to the cranking amps. You got a yellow and you got a red, and then it has a little yellow, green, yellow on the other side that shows for charging systems. It is literally an $80 battery tester, and if you follow the directions on what it says, it's one of the most reliable ones.
Wow.
So have your battery tested twice a year, anywhere.
Right.
Go to a shop.
Now, if it's the alternator, how the heck do you know if it's an alternator?
Their machine will test the alternator as well.
Wow.
And I'm gonna blow it up. Little kid was probably out there, he's way too stoned to be able to know what he was doing and hook stuff up to. So I'm gonna recommend going to a shop to get your alternator diagnosed.
All right.
Parts stores, there's a little bit more involved than just hooking up 2 clamps. You have to see if it's pushing out amperage. You have to see if it's getting voltage fed to it.
All right.
You got to see if it's pushing volts out and what the voltage is.
So you do run a little bit of risk if you go to OYE or one of these different places. You could get caught in a crossfire.
And it basically, it could be misdiagnosed. There are some cars. I had a car, it's a 96 Sentra that I was working on. The guy's alternator went out and his battery carried him for 2 weeks. Yeah, no. 2 weeks. Yes, swear. I'll swear on your deck of cards, man. It happened, and I was flabbergasted. So we warrantied out, and I said, this is my fault. I'm learning. I warrantied out the battery. I'm like, well, it can't be the alternator. It made it 2 damn weeks. So I put him in the battery. 2 weeks later, he was back. We did an alternator. So that was a mistake on my part.
So now we got the ABCs.
Yeah.
We're on, what was the first one?
A was, are my tires flat?
Are my tires flat?
B, batteries and alternator. C, coolant. Do you have smoke coming out from under your hood? Those are your basics of breakdown.
You're right. Those are the basics.
Those are the 3 things that are going to put you on the side of the road. So A, are my tires flat? B, battery and charging system. C, coolant.
All right, so let's just say your alternator goes in a crossfire. What can they do to prepare?
Well, first thing they do is to make sure that they are over to the side of the road as far as they can.
That's step number 1.
If you can restart the car and you're sure it's just something like an alternator, pull over as far as you can. Put on your hazards. Call roadside assistance. I know that they have numbers you can call on the highway that'll get the star, whatever. They have freeway service patrol out here. I know California has freeway service patrol. Wonderful people.
So call the freeway service patrol.
Yeah.
All right.
Or if you've got a tow truck company, if you've got roadside assistance, call somebody. Get off the freeway.
All right. So with an alternator, there's no digging your way out. You need to be towed.
Yes.
All right. What about a battery?
Battery, same thing. Now,
basically same thing, all right?
yeah, it's going to be the same thing. And same thing for cooling system issues. If you're leaking,
So if you're
leaking
steaming,
anything.
you're steaming, you're leaking, don't keep driving.
No, don't try to start your vehicle.
Don't even start it if it's leaking.
Because do you know that it's coolant? Do you know that it's oil? It's a big puddle on the ground.
Could be gasoline.
Exactly. That's exactly it. You don't know. That's a good reason for a car to stall. Out of gas. Oh my goodness. I forgot. D for dumbass. Make sure before you get on the freeway you got some gas in your car. So we got our A, are my tires flat? B is my battery charging system. C, do I have coolant everywhere? D, don't be a dumbass. Put gas in your car.
All right.
Or diesel if you take diesel.
Yeah, I like it, Jeff. These
So-
are really great basics, and
And it's something you can remember.
yeah, it is something you can remember. And go ahead and make a note, save it in your phone, text it to yourself, email it to yourself.
Just like this. We're going to put this in your head. You ready? A, B, C, D, dumbass. Remember like that. A, B, C, D, dumbass. Right?
Fun.
You got to. You got to have a mnemonic.
I like that, Jeff. And Jeff's actually been working with that with his mentalism.
Yeah? I got
Just exercise in his mind. He's doing different types of entertainment.
Yeah.
He's really been expanding a lot. And
Do you think they're ready for a blockhead demonstration, or should I hold that one for a later show?
what is Lockett?
Oh boy. Have you ever seen somebody that takes a nail and puts a nail into their sinus cavity?
Never.
And goes all, oh boy.
You're not doing that to yourself, are you, Jeff?
I mean, with your permission, this is synthetic oil protection, not nasal whatever.
You know what? Let's give it to him since they like the entertainment.
All right.
Give it to him, Jeff.
There's no gimmick, no gaff.
Nothing.
Gotta lube it up a little bit. The wetter, the better. Ah, here we go. Ta-da! Ah. So I learned that the other night from a friend of mine. And I now know where my adenoids are. Funny thing, so
What the hell is an adenoid, Jeff?
adenoid is the painful thing on either side of this little piece of plastic. So I am expanding my magic. I'm actually learning a little bit of sideshow.
That's great, Jeff.
Sideshow, some fun stuff.
Now-
I've got a lot of good sideshow friends.
Now, if you don't know this, definitely subscribe to the channel.
Oh, yeah.
Also, click the notification bell. And Jeff here, we're going to stick his Insta game in the description section below. Jeff is the Magic Mechanic. And let him know, Jeff, what you're running for this year.
Oh boy, well we're kind of going to keep this on the wraps. We're gonna present it slowly. So we'll
All right.
start tonight, okay?
Just relax.
The Magic Mechanic is putting his hat in for the presidency. I know. Magic Mechanic for president. There's more to follow. This is just the tip.
Beautiful, Jeff.
So, in my friends that speak Spanish, la puntita no más. See? Perfect. Just the tip and no more.
Ah, beautiful.
All right,
I love
so-
that. So there's more to come
More
on
to
that.
come.
Keep your shoes and socks on. Get ready to run. Jeff is running.
Since we're on this, and I got my running mate right here, you know, loving and giving makes life
worth living.
Worth living.
You
So,
got to give it.
I got something for my friend Eben.
Oh my God.
I got Eben a brick, an unopened brick of bicycle cards.
Oh my God.
Eben likes fresh cards.
Nice fresh deck.
I like to wear mine in. I want to know it's got some patina. It needs a little bit of spit and some sweat.
Yep.
And then it works good for me.
Yes.
But Eben has a pack-a-day habit.
Yes.
Just about.
Yes.
So Eben, this, my friend, is to your next week, sir.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right. So we have details now, right?
All right.
We've got details of C. C is one of the most important ones. It's the most deadly one for your car. Because a tire, you can fix a tire. An alternator, you get an alternator swap. It's a belt, whatever, something in that area. If you're leaking the fluids, we've got some really expensive. We've got your two most expensive components that can leak. Your engine can leak both engine oil and coolant. Your transmission can leak both transmission fluid and coolant. Crazy stuff. Differential, that's that's a slow death. You would have had to have ignored that for a very long time. I've never seen a differential just start blasting out. And someone can correct me. The only way that's really going to happen is if you put a cap on the vent on top.
I was gumballing Jeff one day down to 95.
Oh,
I was completely in the zone with my Corvette, the target top off, Jeff. This freaking like 4Runner or something. All this shit flew out from underneath it, Jeff.
Oh my God.
All these metal parts came down out of like the diff of the transfer case or the transmission, and all these metal parts were rolling, and all this gear lube
Oh my
and all
God.
this ATF fluid. And I turned, and my Corvette would have got the shrapnel, and I was in the zone, and I missed all the shrapnel.
Oh
Jeff.
my God. That could have been it.
That could have been the
Wow,
whole
that
car.
could have shredded the whole
car would have been
fiberglass and rubber and glass all gone. Holy moly. That's insane. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
It was 109 at the time, Jeff.
Oh, God.
It was 6:18 p.m. and it was 109, 109 degrees.
Yeah. And the sun is still out right in the sky at 6:09. Just so you know, we're still blazing hot. It doesn't start to drop temperature in the summer until about 8:30.
Yeah.
We'll start to go down. Your hottest point's about 4.
So Jeff, let's tap into some lubricants.
Yeah.
Let's say, what could a good ATF fluid do to keep someone from getting stranded?
Well, so here's the deal. You put a good ATF fluid in your vehicle. We've discussed that when your ATF gets old, it starts to thicken. Thicker fluid does not dissipate heat. Everything dies because of heat. You can trace everything back to heat. You get a flat tire, it's because the tire was low, it was squat down, the side of the wall of the tire is getting hot, you get a hot ring, it blows out the tire, okay? Everything is involved with heat. Your transmission, when it decides to blow, it's blowing up because the fluid's too thick for it to be able to shift correctly. Or you've got fluid passageways clogged, which means a component's not getting fluid, it's overheating. Good fluid. Good fluid.
And this fluid is so good, Jeff.
So good.
It's good for double this severe service OEM interval. So if you have a Ford F-250 Super Duty
Yeah.
and you tow a boat, you plow snow, you drive 15,000 miles of severe service. With this fluid here, you can double that. Take a look.
Wow, that's impressive.
You can actually double the severe service interval. And I know it sounds crazy. You can check that out in the link below. Also, there's a new AMSOIL thing that actually just came out.
Uh-oh, I like new.
And it's actually on all the specifications of the products. And I'm actually going to share it. It's called AMSOIL Performance Tests.
Ooh.
And I want to show you.
Sounds like some techie stuff.
It is techie
I
stuff.
like techie stuff.
And we know you guys eat that stuff up, and we have to give more. And this is just to get your toes wet. Here is some volatility breakdown charts right here. Up here, there's also another one on acidicity. There's another chart here on oil volatility right here. So there's all this stuff in this preferred customer magazine. So you'll see in the link below, both Jeff and I have our links. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you can more than welcome to support Jeff or I. If you want to use our link, we get a little commission from it. We really appreciate that. And the preferred customer membership's the best way to get it. You get it at wholesale. But we want to make sure you know that there is a big difference from these products to others.
Yeah.
And definitely stick around. We're going to be doing a shout out. We want someone special. We're going to be using the DCT fluid. That's a dual clutch transmission.
Which means it's going to be, if Ebens is excited, it's going to be a fun car.
Yes, it's going to be
We're
a
not
lot of
talking
fun.
about a Ford Fiesta here.
No way, Jose.
Okay.
No way.
Which is a dual clutch transmission.
Yes.
Yeah, funny enough.
Yeah.
Little Mickey Mouse car.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, pull something else out there. Give them some information on that.
All right. Oh boy. So many. Oh, there we go.
Transmission gear lube.
Transmission gear lube.
Now, this is 100% synthetic. All the molecules are the same shape, much higher film strength. Now, Jeff, tell them what you put that in.
So basically, you put this in any of the heavy gearboxes that require a gear oil of 75 or 80, 90 weight. What this is it's got less friction modifiers than differential oil.
Yep.
Differential oil has all the LSD, limited slip differential additive. You don't need that inside of your manual transmission because it doesn't have the clutches.
Yes.
So that's the difference. It's basically a clutchless type weight gear oil.
Yep, and this is like a GL4, and the GL4 goes in a lot of transaxles, and that transaxle is actually a differential gears and the manual transmission all in one. So if you look up like a Porsche Boxster S, the manual, that has a transaxle. Cute little Schmatka, they have transaxle. So this is the GL5 gear lube, same viscosity thickness, but it's the extra modifiers for the clutch packs. And then that's the other one. So AMSOIL covers a host of different products for your vehicle.
And a lot of, to be honest with you, just FYI, a lot of places use, you might want to ask this question when you're getting your manual transmission service. There are a few transmissions, let me let you know the deets of it. So Hondas take straight 30 weight.
Oh, all right.
Or 1030 or 530.
530 synchro mesh.
Yes.
All right.
I don't like using the synchro mesh in the Hondas, to be honest.
Wow.
I just like really, really basic, the straight 30 or 10W30.
Wow.
So, let's see, Chevys take the synchro mesh like we were talking
530, and AMSOIL makes that. You'll see that.
and it's a really weird looking fluid. It almost has like an iridescent glow to it. I like how it looks. I think it looks pretty cool.
You know what? We're gonna have to show that lube on the channel. We might have to use it on something.
So we've got that. We've got oh goodness, ATF.
ATF Fluid.
Several of them, and let
Automatic
me.
transmission, which
Yeah.
we got a bag of that.
So
And that's the multi-purpose one.
Yep, and this is the one you're going to want to use. You are not going to be using the I keep calling it the light viscosity.
Fuel
It's the
efficient.
fuel efficient.
Yep.
Yeah, fuel efficient ATF. Too thin for a transmission, but I did an experiment, and it was a bad experiment. So I wanted to romp on my Mustang a little bit harder.
Tell them which Mustang you got, Jeff.
I got my 89 Fox Body 5.0, oh boy, 5-speed T5 transmission. I got traction bars. I got frame stabilized. I got some fun little doodads.
It's a great driver's car.
It's fun. It's fun. I don't, you know what? I don't beat everything on the road, but that's okay because I love getting in that car. I don't turn on the radio. I don't have to. The pipes just talk to me. It's beautiful. So my baby, which is at my shop right now because I do need to put a transmission. Funny thing, I'm talking about the transmission now. So I put in a thicker fluid. I put in the synchro mesh, the heavier weight fluid. Regular ATF is almost a 0.820. Basically, it's a real light viscosity fluid. That shit was heavy. I was having trouble getting into gear. I was having to push it into each gear.
Wow.
So I drained that out and I put some just some synthetic ATF in there, and it got better. It was better, but I let a friend drive my vehicle. I authorized him. He asked if he could do a burnout, and I said, okay, I do burnouts. Just said we'll have to get a video. I've got a wonderfully large back lot that I love doing burnout shows in my Mustang.
And that's at Express Lube and Auto Repair. Now, Jeff, tell them where your shop is.
We're at 5400 East Tropicana, Las Vegas, Nevada. Phone number to get a hold. Let's just do phone number.
Go ahead, phone number.
All right, I'll start up. We have the 702-433-5823. That's the shop line. We got the bat phone number, the bat line. 702-907-9227. That texts me directly. Whatever time. The earliest I'll answer is when I'm sitting on the toilet taking my morning deuce.
That's beautiful, Jeff.
Eben.
Thanks for sharing.
Eben will answer when I'm not there
Anytime.
for you. Eben's there.
You call me up 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock?
The birds are already chirping.
Goodness.
Your partner in bed elbowed you in the puss. Boom, right in the mouth. What do? You say, I can't handle this. I'm going to call Eben and ask him questions about cars. Just because I can. And that's right, you can. Text me, call me, whatever. I'll answer your questions about the lube. And, my phone number is 702-472-3614. And they say, Eben, you give out your number so much, you must have a lot of spam calls. And I tell you what, Jeff, I get these robocalls and stuff, and I had one where this one thing, hey, your mother, this is Jim. You've been calling me too much. And I had this one thing come in, and like people from Chicago are threatening to they're threatening to murder me and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, no, they're not threatening to murder me. I'm joking around. But it's funny though, the spam calls are funny. But you know what? It's a part of the business, and I'm willing to take it and help you out anytime. Give me a call. And to me, I'm not happy until your car's happy. Once your car's gliding down the road like a puck on ice, then I'm happy.
Get my gas mileage. So, let's talk about C. C, we have a little bit more on. What's
right.
A?
A is tires.
Are my tires flat?
Are my tires flat?
B
is battery.
Battery.
Check your battery.
Charging system.
Every twice a year.
What's C?
C is coolant.
Coolant.
That's what cools your engine. That circulates through the radiator, through the heater port. That the coolant, good quality coolant, will actually help you have better heat in the winter. So I know some of you guys are freezing your feet off, your toes. Some of you are missing toes out there. I tell you what, I almost lost my toes. I used to live in PA.
Ooh.
So absolutely, you want to do a coolant change. Get yourself some Dominator Coolant Boost. That's a really special product that actually lets the aluminum, the coolant get closer to the aluminum.
It's a surfactant.
Ooh, I love that technology.
Love
Dual
that
surfactant technology.
Dual surfactant. It does it twice.
Yep, it helps it warm up and cool off. But go ahead, tell them, Jeff. Get into the next thing.
So, okay, well, when you do your coolant service, what I highly recommend, I know this is going to sound crazy, it's a forgotten item.
Dominator Coolant.
Put a radiator cap on it.
Yep.
Why not spend $10 when you get your cooling system service to put a new cap, get your system back up to pressure, okay?
Smart, Jeff.
So, you take care of the coolant. Now, you're on the side of the road, you got steam coming out of your hood. You don't know what steam it is. You don't know if it's coolant, you don't know if it's oil, you don't know if it's transmission fluid. I'll give you a quick rundown. If it's coolant, it smells sweet, almost like a maple syrupy smell.
Yeah.
It's a sickening sweet. It's
And
not your
dogs actually lick it, and it can actually burst their insides. AMSOIL.
We have a low toxicity coolant.
It's a low toxicity biodegradable coolant, and that's actually won't kill the animals, and it doesn't taste sweet like the other coolant.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So we have that. If you have burning oil, it kind of smells almost like rubber burning. If you have burning transmission fluid, again, it has a similar smell. And that's about what you're going to smell as far as leaks are concerned. So really, you're determining whether it's coolant or oil.
See how we're at?
But if you have something on the ground, don't try to restart your vehicle. That's it. You don't know what's on the ground. You're not sure 100%. You could have had some catastrophic failure. In a lot of cases, if you've lost fluids, if you've thrown something, let's say you drained your cooling system, you go to crank the car and start it, it could cause subsequent damage that wasn't there yet. So stop it, park it, call a tow truck, get it to a shop, get it to your house, whatever you have to do. But don't try to start it until you have a chance to check all your fluid levels and make sure there's nothing punching out of the side of the block. That would suck.
So important to check that coolant and also change it. It kind of gets thick and dirty over the years. You get some metal metallic in there.
And it deposits on the sidewalls inside the cooling system.
And believe it or not, a lot of people, they don't realize how much better your gas mileage can be by changing your coolant. And
oh my gosh. Yeah.
I was blown away when I did my Corvette, and I'll actually throw a video of that up in the corner, but it just completely blew my mind how much smoother it ran. And you just don't realize in 5 years, even if you're running OEM coolant, you can get a film in there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I overdo it on mine. Honestly, I do my transmission, my coolant once a year. Because why the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, think about the expense of it. If you do it at your house, or if you go to a shop, the range is anywhere between $70 to $150, but that's kind of a small investment considering car payments way more than that. So, yeah, make sure you've got your stuff. Oh, make sure you got your roadside stuff. Let's get our roadside kit together. Make sure you got a tire iron. Make sure you've got a jack. Make sure you have a spare and that it is aired up. Because boy, it'd be horrible to pull a beautiful spare up. It's flat. get yourself a little pump.
That'd be horrible.
Wouldn't it? That would make a bad day worse. Bad day worse. So make sure you have at least a jug of water. What I do in the summertime is I actually buy one of the 30 packs and just throw a 30 pack in my trunk. That's great for two things. First off, I have a bottle of water for myself or anybody in my vehicle. It could be hot. If you're in Vegas, it is hot as hell, but water is water. It's necessary. If you got a 30 pack, between all 30 of those bottles, you have a couple of gallons of water. If you have to add coolant to your car, you have to add water. A bottle of oil and a bottle of trans fluid. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's, if your power steering goes out, suck it up, turn it like a tank.
Yep. So I wanted to mention one thing in this month's Preferred Customer Membership magazine. AMSOIL, they are actually talking about the guy that invented it, Al Amatuzio. It actually was the first synthetic oil ever made. And that was way back in 1972 when the American Petroleum Institute in Texas certified it. And also AMSOIL is the first transmission fluid, which is that other bag that Jeff has. First synthetic transmission fluid. They also did the first synthetic gear lube, and that's what they ran in the back of Bobby Youngster's hill climb carriage. You got the gear lube?
Got the gear lube.
So that's what goes in between your gears. You'll see it. Those are the differential gears. So it's such a cool thing, all the different firsts that AMSOIL has, and he actually tested this stuff back in the mid-60s, and you'll see that right here, and just such an interesting dynamic. So if you ever want to check out the products more, that's also in the description section below. You can check it out. You can also become a preferred customer. It's like a Costco membership.
Yeah.
You pay $10 for 6 months or $20 for the year. And then you get your quarterly magazine, you get discount, 25% off, you get free shipping, you get promos, you get, oh my God, they're giving you free bottles of PI Performance Improver. This is a cleaner that cleans the valves, and this actually cleans all the carbon deposits out of your combustion chamber. So if you have a car and you're just not getting the gas mileage you used to, and you're flooring the heck out of it, and you're like, damn, why isn't my car running like it used to? Probably it's gunked up.
Yeah.
So all you do is grab a bottle of this stuff and shaboo-boo, you're good.
How simple is it?
32 minutes. Yep. And then this one here, upper cylinder lubricant, this is another one they just did a promo. And there's actually a whole write-up here on the back of this about how good this upper cylinder is. And it actually outperforms all the other upper cylinder lubricants. And what that does is it actually puts a film around your upper rings.
Okay.
And those rings just don't get oil from, they don't get any lubricant from the crankcase oil. And it's so important to lubricate that, and also your valves. Your valves will last longer, your rings will last longer, you'll keep your compression longer. So say you just bought a new car, and you go, you know what, Eben, I don't need to do a heavy cleaning, I don't have any carbon. Actually, a good friend and Facebook friend and YouTube subscriber, he just asked me, Eben, should I put PI in my brand new Honda with 2,000 miles? And I said, you can if you want to, there's no point, but I would grab a case of the upper cylinder lubricant. And basically you grab a case of this stuff, it's about the price of a cup of coffee. It ends up lasting you 3 to 6 months. So if you drive, 7,000 miles, it's gonna last about, 6 months.